Okay, so lying down on your back, hugging the knees, maybe taking a stretch. And then when you come back up, because you are going to sit back up, I want you to grab your strap to get ready for our first posture. Grab your strap and be sure that it's looped like this, because this is going to go around your shins. And when you have this looped, go ahead and stack, like if you have a bolster and you could put blankets on top of it, or if you have the blankets and put pillows on top of it, put as much stuff as you can down here. This is going to support your legs, and I want your legs to be elevated. Also, be sure that you have something to support the head. So it might look like 2 pillows and a blanket down here, but you just decide. A little bit of support for the head, a lot of support for the legs. Now, if you have anything left over, say like a block or 2 or, whatever, this isn't necessary, but you can also put the blocks next to the mat, which are going to support the arms, either down here or up here. So go ahead and put the strap around the bottom of the legs, around the shins, and you want to secure the legs. The point of having the straps is so we can feel like we can just let go into them. So once you have the shins or the bottoms of the legs secure, go ahead and put your legs from the knees down should be supported. Okay. And so this is really just a supported Shavasana that we're starting in. If for any reason you are not comfortable with that strap on your legs, take it off immediately. It's okay. So I'm just going to get my blocks down here. And so I'm just going to have my arms resting maybe under the elbows so the arms can hang. Or they're going to be up here to rest the forearms. And I'll give you a minute or so, maybe just a few moments, to make any last minute adjustments. If the strap feels too tight, you can loosen it or move the arms around. Also, if you have any bunching of the shirt or something like that, it's going to feel like a mountain after a minute or so. So anything you need to do here. And feel all of the parts of the body that are being supported by the floor, the mat, the props right now. Just feel that connection. And then take some deep breaths. 3 deep breaths, gathering up stress and tension. As you exhale, you can separate the lips and let it leave the body. And each time you exhale and feel that release, feel the body physically releasing deeper into your support. And that is really a good awareness to have with this class. Your props are your support. The earth is your support. It's okay to let go here. Continue to breathe. Initiating the body's relaxation response. And I'd really like to just focus on releasing tonight. You don't have to identify a specific thing. Maybe it's a feeling. Maybe it's a fleeting vision of something that you've been holding on to. Maybe it's just a big ball of stress. Just feel your body slowly release. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Following 1 or 2 cycles of the inhale and the exhale. And then once again, bringing awareness to all the parts of the body that are touching support. And after another breath or 2, you're going to slowly, you want to move as slowly as possible in these transitions. You're going to move slowly to lift yourself up, but we're going to keep the legs where they are and undo the strap so we can move the strap in a different position. We're not doing too much movement here. So just slowly maybe roll to the side and bring yourself up. And with the strap, you're going to loosen it. It's going to go around the waist. So it's on the shins. You'll make it wider. We're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the strap around your waist. And then you can take whatever top support you have and bring that support to where the knees are going to be open. So the blocks or the pillows. And you want to keep one, maybe a blanket, and roll it up if you have one. The bottoms of the feet are going to come together, and you're going to take that strap, as long as the strap is long enough. If you're working with a shorter strap, this probably won't work. But if you're able to take the strap and put it over the feet, that's where we're headed. So basically the feet are together, you're taking the strap and hooking the feet just to help your feet stay close to the body. You're going to wrap the feet and support the feet if you have an extra blanket. More importantly, the knees will be supported. Even if you feel or not feeling any tension with the knees open, have something underneath to support them. That part is important. And then the hands can rest on the belly. You're going to keep your neck support. Make any last minute adjustments. And if it's frustrating, just ditch it and just lie down and come into Baddha Konasana and support the knees. Begin to deepen the breath, noticing that maybe your inhalations are getting deeper now as the nervous system has time to settle and shift into more of a rest and digest mode. I notice your exhalations are becoming longer, which is key to keeping your nervous system in that rest and digest mode. The exhalations are longer. If you're ever breathing and feeling like you're taking shallow breaths, you're definitely in the fight or flight mode. Begin to feel cradled and protected in this position, supported, and also grounded. So feel the pelvis sinking into the mat. And allow the rest of the body to be light as you lie here and breathe. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Notice the rise and fall of the belly as you inhale and exhale. After another breath or two, you'll slowly bring your hands down towards the legs, bringing the knees back together. And then pausing here, maybe unhooking the feet. And then rolling onto your side. Take a breath as you roll onto your side, and then slowly push up. Let the body stay heavy as you move through this transition. And then go ahead and grab your bolster. I know you both have bolsters. I'm going to use my pillows to demonstrate. So we're going to come into a twist, and you can use a blanket in between the knees, but it might be more bothersome than it needs to be, and you might be better without. The knees will stack, not necessarily on top of each other. It's going to be different depending on how your hips are. The important thing is that the bolster is pushed up to the side of the right hip. A hand is on either side of the bolster, and then you try to lie your chest down on top of the bolster as much as you can, flat on. You can look to the left, but if that's too much, look to the right. You can try here, blanket between the knees, and see if that's helpful. Make any last minute adjustments to the knees, bringing them higher, bringing them lower, maybe lifting the right hip a little bit. Get as comfortable as possible. The body will only respond positively to releasing stress if it feels safe and comfortable. And that's the important part about the support in this restorative class. Once you arrive in this posture, bring your awareness back to the breath. And when we also feel safe and grounded in our practice on the mat, we tend to use these tools more off the mat as well. And breath by breath, continue to release whatever it is that's not serving you or your body. Make a conscious choice to let it go. Bring your awareness back to the breath. And after another inhale and exhale, you'll very slowly bring the hands towards the body to safely lift yourself up. With minimal movement, we're just flipping onto the other side and coming back down. So line up the bolster with the left hip. Once your arms are on either side of the bolster, if it feels better to bring your hands like this above the bolster to rest the shoulders, you can do that. Slowly bring your chest down and either rest on the right cheek or the left, whichever one is more suitable for you today. And jump back on the tide of your breath, releasing deeper and deeper into the bolster, into your support, into the ground with each exhale. Begin to deepen your inhalations. And after another breath or two, very slowly bring the hands down first. Let the body stay heavy as you sit up to prepare for the next posture. So you'll need a blanket folded up like this. We're coming into a supported child's pose, so you'll want something on top of the calf muscle area and to sit on. Depending on how your knees are, you might need more support, but I think you're both okay. Take your other blanket and lay it out on your mat because you're going to want cushion for the tops of your feet. You're going to take your block or blocks and stack them, or just, have the one block, and you'll put your bolster on here. Pretend this is my bolster. Yours will not be split in half. You're going to separate the knees. Put your blanket behind the knees. And then you're going to come forward and bring your arms in between this little hole here. And just rest on your right or your left cheek. Okay? We're not going to be here very long. And after a couple of minutes, I'll ask you to, flip your cheek. And if your bolster is not high enough, you can always you can stack your pillows on top of your bolster to make it closer to you so you're not so far down. You can be a little bit higher. Get to a position that's comfortable for you. The body is going to respond to where the mind is, and the mind is going to do what the body is doing. So the more you can give yourself permission to physically release into these postures, the mind will know that it's okay to do the same thing. Do a scan from head to toe and see where you might be holding on still. And if there are certain areas where you're holding on, bring your breath and awareness to those places so you can release and create space. Very slowly and gently lift the head just enough so you can rest on your other cheek. Bring your awareness back to all the parts of the body that are being supported or are touching the mat or a prop. And follow another cycle or two of the breath. Before slowly pushing yourself up to a seated position. And getting ready to move on to our last pose of the night, a supported Shavasana. So you can take your favorite Shavasana tonight. What I'll recommend is to take your bolster and put it under the knees. Just let the legs hang out this time. And then have a support for the neck. So you can take the edge of one of your blankets and just roll up the end and use that to support your neck so the neck can stay neutral and release. You can even keep the blanket in the center of the mat to support the sacrum. And have the bolster directly under the knees. This allows the femurs to release, the psoas can release, the palms can be facing up. And again, we want to stay grounded as we're letting all of these things go. So focusing on the Muladhara chakra in the pelvic area, you can even focus on the color red. You can feel weighted down in that area while the heart stays light. Begin to enjoy several long exhalations as you progressively release your body weight into your support and into the ground. Bring your awareness back to the body, back to the breath. Take another breath or two before you begin to slowly wiggle the fingers and the toes, knowing that we're in no rush. Gently wake the body. And then from here, you can bend the knees, you can take a stretch, you can hug the knees, take a movement that the body's asking for before rolling onto your right side. As you're on your right side, stay with the breath. Savor these last few moments of stillness. And know that you can return to this feeling of being restored at any time throughout the day by just returning to a moment of stillness and breath. Very slowly push yourself back to any seated position that's comfortable for you. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you for letting me guide you this evening. The teacher in me honors and appreciates the teacher in you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great night. See you later.
Thank you.